Hello guys and welcome to Glide by Prep E, where we help you make wiser study abroad decisions. So the today's session is related to the recently asked writing questions of DuoLingo. So these are the extended writing type of questions in which you have to write down an answer in 50 words. A lot of students who have taken the DuoLingo test, who have prepared through our videos, who have prepared using our live classes that we run, the live batch that we run. So they have shared the questions that they got, and I will be sharing what questions they got, and after that I will be giving you a sample answer as well. So stay tuned, and before that let me share some good news. All this good news, right? So many students have got the desired score: 120, 125, 130, 120, 125, 130. All these students have prepared using our videos or have prepared through the Zoom classes that we are running through the live batch. All of these are our students. If you want to talk to any of them, just give me a message. I will connect you if they agree. So moving on to the one of the most important slides of this video, that how to make use of this video. Okay, Hanji, you are getting to know the questions that were asked, but that doesn't mean that you will memorize it. Okay, that doesn't mean that you will memorize it. So don't memorize anything, please. Don't memorize anything. It is only going to mess up the things for you. Okay, second thing is that understand the pattern of the questions being asked. All right, so this is very important because in the actual DuoLingo platform, you are getting only 2 or 3 practice questions and you are unable to understand sir questions kaise पूछे जा रहे हैं. So here you go. All right, before we get into those questions, a quick structure that I want to tell you that you guys can follow. That structure is that number 1, in the first paragraph, wait a minute, first of all, your answer will be in 3 paragraphs. Okay, your answer is going to be in 3 paragraphs. Paragraph 1 is going to have your introduction plus your point. Paragraph 2 is going to have your explanation. Paragraph 3 is going to have your example plus conclusion. So the students who have been preparing for IELTS, they know that this is a very nice structure to follow for IELTS, which is that you give a point, you give an explanation, you give an example. Okay, so I've used that strategy here. This is not the strategy that I taught in my previous videos, so this is a new strategy, so you can learn it as well. Okay, point, paragraph 1, introduction plus the point. What is the point? Point is your stand. Okay, point is that what is the main objective, what is your answer to going to talk about. Okay, then the second is going to be your explanation. Explanation is when you will be elaborating on your point, when you will be discussing a bit more about it, and then finally the third one is going to be your example, right? An example related to your point and explanation. So let's look at the first question. Hanji, so how do parks and gardens make life better? First of all, whenever you look at a question, the very first thing is that you have to understand what is the question talking about. Okay, the question is simply asking you, parks and gardens, how do they make life better? Okay, they are not asking, are parks and gardens important? They are not asking how to build parks and gardens. They are not asking how many parks and gardens are there in your city. They are asking how do parks and gardens make life better. They have already told you that yes, they make life better, but how do they do that? Okay, you have to talk about that. Understand, this is very important, not just for DuoLingo but for IELTS as well. What do students do? They look at the question, they pick up the keywords, they start writing on them, and then what happens? They get stuck at a 6-band score or at a 5.5 band score because your task response is poor. Okay, don't do that. Understand what the question is. Question keh rahe, parks and gardens life better karte hain, how? Got it? Chalo, I know you got it. Let's move. So the first sample answer, you might like it. If you do, please press the thumbs up button saath ke saath. But if you dislike it, don't press the thumbs down button, please. Okay, thanks. Chalo. So this is the answer that I have prepared. Now let me tell you how I am following that structure. Okay, first of all, from here, okay, till here, this is my introduction. Okay, now from here till here, this is my point. Now this is my explanation, this is my example, okay, and this is my conclusion. Understood? So how I have basically put that structure into words here. So let's quickly read it aloud. Okay, although we don't get a lot of time these days, outdoor recreational activities are extremely vital for a person's physical and mental health. Now, a lot of students ask for vocabulary words. Simple, recreational. Don't tell me that you don't know the meaning of recreational. We all know that, right? But the main thing is, how do you use that and where do you use that? Okay, done. Playgrounds are a great place to engage in these matlab all like these activities that I am talking about, recreational activities, and visiting them regularly keeps a person happy and fit. This is my point. Okay, so the question was, let's have a look at the question. The question was, how do parks and gardens make life better? ठीक है, मैं अपना point देता हूँ कि मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ. My point is that playgrounds are a great place to engage in these and visiting them regularly keeps a person happy and fit. My point is, आपने मुझसे पूछा how do parks and gardens make life better? मैंने बताया visiting them keeps a person happy and fit. Done? Understood? चलो, explanation. The young people go for a run while the older ones do meditation, yoga and laughing exercise there to rejuvenate themselves. I am explaining now, okay, कि park और garden में होता क्या है. Gardens also ensure that the pollution levels are controlled because of the hundreds of trees planted in them. Just elaborated a little bit on that. Okay. Then finally, example. For example, the city of Chandigarh has many parks and hence the happiness levels, the H is going to be lowercase. Apologies, it seems to be an error in formatting. Happiness levels are highest here while the pollution levels being the lowest. L is also going to be lowercase. So sorry, lowest across India. Every city of the world should have more parks and gardens. This is my conclusion. Okay. So you basically got what the whole answer is, how you have to frame it, how do you have to put it in a structure. I hope you got it. Read it, okay, pause the video, read it, try to understand and try writing down your own answer in the comment box, okay. Then it will basically help me know whether you are understanding the things or not. Moving on to the next question. So what is the difference between traditional marriages and modern marriages? Okay, so let me tell you a funny thing. When I read this question, I started writing my answer and by chance Sanjita ma'am was sitting, right, the ma'am who takes the classes for missing letters and fill in the blanks, etc. So she was sitting there and she was reading my answer. Now let me tell you an error that I made after writing hundreds of answers. I made this error. I read marriages. I started writing that nowadays the marriages are about pomp and show. It is all about which venue the marriage is at, right? It is blah 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 blah. But then she told me that this is not what you have to answer. They are talking about marriage, not a wedding. Okay, so don't make this mistake that I was making. Alright, so what is the difference between traditional marriages and modern marriages? Marriage as an institute, right? For example, if you are married, you have like you husband and wife, how your relationship is today as compared to the past. That is what they are asking. Okay, marriage, not wedding. Wedding hota hai the event, but marriage is marriage as an institute. I hope you get it what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's read the answer that I have written. Although more people are getting married today, there has been a drastic change in how marriages used to be in the past and how they are today. Introduction done. Now point. Nowadays there is an equal division of responsibilities and financial contribution to the household. Okay, ये हो गया मेरा point कि आज equal distribution of responsibilities है और दोनों हाउसहोल्ड में इकोनॉमिक कंट्रीब्यूशन कर रही हैं. ऑलराइट, बिफोर a few decades back, how it used to be, only the husband used to earn, right, and the wife only used to take care of the home. So I am telling that आज मेरा point क्या है, what is my point, what is the P? Point is that हाँ जी आजकल equal distribution of responsibilities है and equal basically contribution economically है. Alright, done. Now let's look at my explanation. In the past, the husband, now one very important thing, look at the question. The question is asking you, asking the difference, right? So you have to compare both of them. In the past, the husband used to work and earn money while the wife only took care of the household. This has changed, and now both the partners are working in full-time jobs, dividing their household responsibilities such as cooking, cleaning and child rearing. Done. Explanation hogi meri. Now, example, for instance, according to a report, it has been observed that there has been a 5 times increase in the participation of women in the economic workforce as compared to the past. Moreover, the contribution of husbands to the household duties has increased manifold. Has increased manifold. All these changes have improved marriage as an institute. This is my conclusion basically. Conclusion is just a statement, just a line to end the things, okay? To basically give the things a good closure. Alright. Now you must be asking, sir, what report is this? Mujhe kya pata? Right? Doesn't matter. Till the time it is allowing me to write a good answer, whatever report it may be. Alright, you can write anything, that's okay. No one is going to verify that. This is not your engineering exam. This is an English exam. Simple, right? Good English, good marks. Story over. Read it. Pause the video, read it, and if I just give you the anatomy of this answer, so from here till here is my introduction. I've already told that this is my point. From here till here is my explanation, and from here till here is my, till here in fact, not this, from here till here is my example. Okay. Point, explain, example, conclude. Done. Answer ho gaya badhiya. Alright. Chalo. Let's move on to the last question for the day. I hope that you liked this answer as well. Now I hope that you will like the next answer as well. Hanji. So, do you think that kids should study art and music at school? Why is it required? Okay. दो चीजें. They have asked you two things. They have asked you two things. Okay, you have to answer two things. First of all, they have asked कि क्या बच्चों को पढ़ना चाहिए? Do you think that the kids should study art and music? Number one. Second, why is it required? Now, you might be thinking that okay नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए, but still you have to tell why is it required. Okay, बताओ. They have asked you, you have to answer that. That is when your task response is being checked. Chalo, let's have a look at the question. So, although it is not easy to build a career in art and music, kids should be encouraged to learn the same to help them in their all-round development. This also helps students explore their passion and potential. Alright, my introduction plus mera point ikathe hain. Subjects like sketching, painting and craft let the kids get as creative as possible, which gives them the confidence to innovate new things later in life. Music teaches the kids to be the T should be lowercase, apologies, to be disciplined, as it requires a long time to learn to play any instrument. Moreover, these subjects also act as a productive break from the hectic academic curriculum. Alright. Vocabulary word, easy, simple. Do I need to tell what curriculum is? Everyone knows what that means, right? Potential. And so let's come to vocabulary later. It has been observed that the students who are good at art generally end up pursuing more complicated degrees in the future. The school curriculum should definitely give due importance to these enjoyable subjects. This is my conclusion. Okay, so this is more or less how you should be attempting your answers, particularly if you are someone who is targeting a good score. Okay, this is how you should be attempting it. Try to understand what I am trying to do, try to replicate it, write down your answers in the comment box. I will try to check them. Okay, and I hope that you get the desired score that you are looking at. And in the end, बहुत ज़रूरी है ये, right? To book your study abroad consultation with us, give us a call on WhatsApp on this number. I will be picking this call myself. So this is my number and you can WhatsApp me so that we stay in touch easily. And if you want to enroll in our DuoLingo crash course, the next batch will be starting in a couple of days. Then you have to WhatsApp on this number. When you WhatsApp, all the payment details will be shared, the batch details will be shared with you. You can then pay and your classes will be starting from that particular day. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope that you liked this video. Do hit a thumbs up, do share this video with all your friends, family, your mother, your father. They might not need this video, but share it with them. Ki fark panda hai. Okay, so thank you very much and have a very good day ahead.